time.
Happy Monday. I don't even know what day of the month it is. I think it's the 12th. Happy November 12th. A couple quick announcements for today. All challenge packs that are originally over $150, which is pretty much all of them, are on sale $20 off this month. So make sure you're sharing that sale because it's a great deal. Not to mention, if you sell a challenge pack, that will get you Success Club points, which will allow you to reserve your step for Transform 20, which comes out at the beginning of next year. And they have already said that there is a limited quantity. And you want that step, trust me. So make sure that you're sharing the challenge pack sale. And last but not least, the apparel sale on Beachbody, Team Beachbody ends today. And if you have not tried their workout leggings, if you have not tried their sports bras, if you have just not seen all the cute clothes on there, go check it out because you can get your coach discount, volume points, all the above from that as well. And it's on sale and it rocks. That's it.
Thank you, my friend. I wanted to shout out Kate, who's a new coach. She's been around our team for a while, and I'm super, super proud of you being here. She's a Hokie, so you guys know tons of Hokies. It just is what it is. But she lives outside of Atlanta, so she's been to Super Saturday, and she's plugged into that. So I'm really happy that you're here, and hopefully this is a good first team call for you. So tonight, we're going to have some fun.
Wait, can I shout out my new coach?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Who's driving and making me really nervous, so please be careful. But Alicia is on too. She's one of my new coaches, and she and I know each other through a mutual friend, and she's been rocking 80-day obsession. I think today was like day 50-some for her. And she's been on morning workouts and sharing the morning workouts on her Insta story and getting really good response from it. So I'm super proud of her for jumping right in and just like crushing it from the beginning.
Thank you for stopping me. It's because she's dark. I forget she's there. But yes, please be careful driving. Okay, so since we have some new coaches, typically each week we kind of cover a different sort of topic, and tonight's kind of a fun one because it's going to give you guys something to, whoa, my light's freaking out. That was freaky. Oh, it just burned out. Anyways, it's going to give you guys something to focus on and work towards. I love this time of year because I don't know about y'all, but like it's cold and rainy and dark and like there's not much else going on in the sense of distraction until we get to the holidays. So to me, this is a really great time to start your coaching journey, to restart your coaching journey, to replug into what you're doing. I'm going to meet you, Alicia. Because everything that we do now sets us up for when, like, we know the new Shaun T program's coming out in December. So everything we do now sets it up for going into the future. And I kind of teased a little bit what I'm going to talk about tonight, but I'm actually not going to teach. Like, sometimes I teach, sometimes I preach. I'm going to get you guys involved with this call just as much as Katie, I have to mute you. Or if you can mute yourself, my friend. Because I want this to be an open forum, and obviously I had to make it Disney themed. So can you all see this? Because you know we were talking about this tonight. So open up your chat box. Alicia, you can't do this because you're driving, but that's okay. Liz will check in with you and figure out what you want this month. But if you had no limitations this month, if you had no distractions, no negativity in your mindset, it doesn't matter what happened last month or you didn't do or you wouldn't do, what would November success look like for you? And I want you to open up the chat box and throw out some goals. Like, it doesn't matter how big, how small, there's no judgment. There's like, just throw it out. What would November look like if you had success? What would that look like for you? And I know for new coaches, you're probably like, I don't even know. Just throw out like, I want to help 5 people, or I want to be super consistent on my journey, or I want to start sharing my journey every single day. Whatever that looks like for you in November, what does success look like for you? Awesome. Success Club, 1 star, all things totally possible. I know, Kate, I'm going to call you out if you don't write something. Sign up for new coach. Perfect. And the reason that I'm making you guys do this is to share, and Brie, you're missing on here, so I need your goal. The reason I'm making you do this, number one, for each of you to see each other say it, because it's so easy if like you come to me or you say it to yourself or you put it down on a piece of paper, but like you don't tell anybody else, it doesn't make it real, right? Or you can be like, well, it's okay if I like don't post tonight, or I don't know what to say, or I don't work out, or I don't stick to my meal plan, or whatever. So what does success look like for you? And we're going to wait till Brianna puts her goal there so we all know each other's goals. I know it's coming. She's writing a novel. Consistency in posting. Awesome. Workouts, no misses. Shakes, no misses. See, stick to one goal, Brianna. Vital behaviors. So you guys saw each other's goals, right? Okay. Now we're going to dig a little bit deeper. I want you to think, what are the obstacles in your way this month? And I want you to put them in the chat. What are the things that are going to be a little bit challenging for you? Are things that you're nervous about, things that you're skeptical about? Or write them down and put them in the chat. Like, what are those things that or maybe they're like your time sucks right now, or just things going on. I know for me, I'm going to be away, not in my routine. I can't say the word. Not in my normal space for like 9-10 days. Then I'm moving and I'm going to be driving for 2 days straight. So that's like a huge obstacle for me. Okay, these are all great. Myself, terrified of asking people to join me, finding time in my routine, spending too much time on baby stuff. That's legit, totally legit. So now that we got the obstacles out, I'm surprised nobody said holidays. It's very interesting. And nobody said Thanksgiving food. It's very interesting. I like these things. Okay, what are the things that are working in your favor right now? Like, for instance, this is so simple, but like for my workouts, the sun's getting up earlier rather than it had been a couple of weeks ago. So it makes it easier for me to get up and move. What are the things you're doing well right now, or that is going well in your business, in your coaches' businesses, in your community, in your own routine? What's working well for you right now? So consistency, morning workouts, totally agree. People liking babies, consistency sharing, creating routine, morning workouts. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. Consistency and morning workouts are a common theme right now. So let's just like pause for a second and go back to our obstacles, right? So obstacles are yourself. So I'm writing these down. Yourself and your belief, which I think those are all great things. Asking people, so inviting, and time. Have you all ever heard those excuses before? And then our opportunities are routine, consistency, and sharing. So this is very interesting to me because inviting is one of our obstacles, but sharing is one of our opportunities. And then time is one of our obstacles, but consistency is one of our opportunities. So the cool thing about that is maybe you didn't say those things together as your obstacle and opportunity, but somebody else on this team is really good at something that you're struggling with right now. So go back through and look who connected with your obstacle, who's really good at your obstacle, and write their name down on a piece of paper. Fear of rejection, that's a good one too. Because what I want you guys to see is that we all have things that are obstacles, but we also all have strengths that could help somebody else's obstacle on the team. And that's what makes it so much better that we get to run this business together. You know what I mean? So what I want to talk about next is it's No Excuse November. You guys have seen Carl talk about all these things. Brianna just said $20 off challenge packs. They freaking never do that. Like, one Success Club point to get a step for Shaun T is like insane with them not having that many steps. There's so many opportunities lined up for you guys to hit your goals, to knock Success Club out this week, to push to 1 star. Like, those goals are totally possible. But what I want to ask you is, what is the story that you're telling yourself right now of why that obstacle is holding you back? What's the story that you keep playing in your head of you're not good enough, or you're too scared to invite somebody, or you don't have enough time that you can't possibly make this work? Because if I'm being honest about myself, I just kind of was like, well, I don't know, the year's over, so like, what's the point of even trying? And it wasn't until I started doing Shift Shop again, you guys know I'm a big Chris believer, but I've had to like force into my brain more of what I want, even when it's not really coming to me. So what I would challenge you to put in the chat is, what is the story you keep telling yourself of why you can't hit that goal of Success Club or 1 star? Why not? What's the thing that you're telling yourself right now of why you can't use your opportunities to your advantage? Because every single person on this team, like we just talked about, has strengths that can help others' obstacles. And when we use those things together, we get out of our own way. Because the only thing holding you back from where you are and where you want to go is yourself. And sometimes you just need somebody else to believe in you. I literally heard that from Chris this week, and I was like, wow, that's so, like, I just needed him to tell me, like, why not you? Like, your team is a reflection of you. So if you're procrastinating, if you're skipping power hours, if you're not getting up in the morning workouts, guess what? Your team's going to do the same thing. But if you're showing up and posting every day and hitting Success Club and rank advancing and building a tribe and empowering people and recognizing them, that's what your team's going to do more of. So I was like, wow, how can I give something really exciting? Because when I think back to my journey as a coach, the things that pushed me and propelled me at moments where I had to make a decision, like, okay, am I just going to like stay where I am, or like push myself to where I want to actually go and actually freaking do it? It was these big, scary goals, but with, I don't want to say incentive, but something that was meaningful, like a big trip or going somewhere with y'all. I earned my first cruise, guys, with Beachbody by the skin of my teeth. You had to hit Success Club every single month for an entire year. So helping 3 people every single month for an entire year. I did the bare minimum. And I got on that cruise ship, and I remember walking on being like, whoa, like, why didn't I work harder and earn more money towards this? So what I wanted to do is talk to you guys about our diamond retreat. And it's something that I've thought a long time about. It is scary for me because obviously you guys know I'm going through a lot of big shifts in my life, but also I know that this team's meant for more. You guys have so much heart and so much love and so much friendship and community. And when we're on all cylinders together, like, we're unstoppable. There is no reason that every single person on this call and every single person that watches this call can't be here next year. But the work starts now. And so I wanted to kind of go through what the qualifications are so you guys kind of know what to expect, and then we can connect one-on-one and kind of get a game plan for each of you to earn this. Like, I want to walk into freaking Epcot jumping. Like, I already see Brianna with her like Mickey Mouse ears, because she always goes to Disney, so I'm just thinking of her with the rose gold Minnie Mouse ears, and we're all just like doing the jumping picture like we did in New Orleans. That's what I want. Like, I want to drink around the world. I want to go to Epcot. I want to ride the roller coasters. I want to just have a freaking awesome weekend together. But it is work, and it is going to take effort and consistency and drive and heart. But the basis of everything that we do and everything I'm about to tell you is possible. Why? Because I've seen other people do it. And so when other people do it and when I've done it, why can't you guys do it? So I'm going to go through the nitty gritties. And for the new coaches, your coach will explain more. We'll talk about it. Don't get overwhelmed. But I wanted to give you guys like, the rules so that you know ahead of time and you know what you're working for. So just to get a spot, and what will happen is we'll rent a house in Orlando, somewhere around there. My sister's going to help me find a place. And it will be late April, early May next year. So the Flower and Garden Festival is around that time, which I freaking love. And it's basically the same as Food and Wine Festival, just with flowers. So obviously amazing pictures. But just to go, you have to be a paid diamond coach by Valentine's Day, essentially. So in the Beachbody world, when you help 2 people, you become an emerald coach. Okay, that's your first goal. If you're going through your new coach training right now, you'll learn that. And all diamond is repeating that 4 times. It's super duper simple. And I'll give you a visual of that. So you're helping 12 people by February 14th. Totally possible. This will earn you a spot in the house, and then you'll be responsible for getting there and all that good stuff. Easy, simple. Y'all with me? Are you freaking out yet? So let's talk about some bonus things, because oftentimes, like I always find, if you just educate yourself on what the opportunity that you sit on, it becomes a lot more fun to actually do the work and see your goals through so that you know what you're working for. So Beachbody has this little conference called New Leadership Conference in, I believe it's early February next year or late January. I went 2 years ago, and all you have to do is be a star diamond coach, which means you help one coach become diamond, and that can be your spouse account. So 12 people for each person, essentially. And you're going to get a free trip to LA next year. You go to Beachbody headquarters, you work out. It'll probably be Shanti doing the workouts there, which is like really baller. Joel and Jericho were there when I was there, and you do different training with corporate and different top coaches. And it is really intimate and small and personal, and one of my favorite events. So when you become a Star Diamond coach by Thanksgiving, which is this month and totally possible, you also earn your trip to LA next year. So that's just something I wanted to bring to your attention, that it's still up for grabs. The second part is, so my coaches had these retreats every year, and Rachel didn't do one this year, but last year I brought Liz to the Diamond Retreat, so she can probably speak to that a little bit in a second, what that's like. And I think that that's so valuable, because you get to see that it's so much more than just like sitting on a call and, doing your posts and stuff like that. It really is a family, and it makes Beachbody bigger and more meaningful. So I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to earn a spot for one of your teammates. And if you're just a new coach, your future teammates, to come to the retreat as well. I haven't panned out details, but you guys know I'll be bringing corporate into this and special surprises and all of that. So having your coach there with you is really, really special. And doing that, you'll be a paid diamond coach by Super Saturday. So you're going to hit it by December 7th is your Star Diamond qualification. Okay. The third option is become a Star Diamond coach by March 28th, and your Disney trip, so like your entry to Disney, is on me when you're hitting Star Diamond by the March 28th date. And then the last thing is to Star Diamond by the March 28th date. We are going to do some fun photos, professional photos and headshots and fun stuff. You guys have probably seen some of my pictures that Rachel's done at our retreat every year, and I just love doing that. My sister's probably actually going to be doing the photography, but I'm definitely getting hair and makeup done, and I want to pay that forward to all of you. So these are your bonus options. Cool. Are you guys excited? Like, can you give me some emojis or something here? Like, does this fire you up? It's scary for me to say it out loud. All right. Somebody put something in the chat. Liz, you talk about the retreat real quick and your experience last year.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. it was really cool. It was outside of Annapolis, and gosh, I don't even know where to start. This is like so on the spot. So we did a few things that I thought were like really cool that Rachel planned. First of all, the food was amazing. We had like all this great food, and like it was like a glorified girls' night for a whole weekend, basically. So think about like all of your favorite snacks and wine for a whole weekend with like your friends. And it was really cool because there were a few girls there who I knew like outside of Beachbody and had met before, and there were a few girls there that I had never met before. One of them being Noelle, who I, is now like my real life friend, which sounds weird, but her and I have like met a few times in person now, but it was really cool to connect with people who you would have never connected with before. So one of the coaches there, this girl Alana, her and I like had all these random connections, and like we kept being like, oh my god, you're my person, like this, and we ended up working together like for a good part of last year. And so it was just really cool to like meet somebody who you would have never met before. And then at this time, the time of the retreat last year, which was like a little over a year ago, was right when they were launching Clean Week. And so we got to do a call with Megan Davies, who did Clean Week, and she was really cool. It was interesting to hear like a trainer's perspective on the business, which is something that I feel like we don't get a lot. Like you hear about other coaches and you hear about other people who are running the business, but it was really interesting to hear about her background and how she sort of came into Beachbody. And she hasn't really done anything since Clean Week, so I have a feeling something's coming from her like in 2019. But that was just an opportunity that I think you would have never had in another setting. And I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, it was really cool. It was just like a good weekend to feel. Oh, and I think like a few of the things, I'm like remembering all these things off the top of my head right now. One point we just all kind of like sat around and talked, and it was so interesting because when I went, I was really nervous, like, oh, everybody's gonna like know all this stuff that I don't know, or like people are gonna like already be at Success Club and I'm not. And like at one point, literally all of us needed like one more person to hit Success Club, so we all just sat around and like talked about conversations, and these people who I'd never met before were like having the same conversations as me, asking the same questions that I would have asked. Like it was just really like it built the community a lot, to Danielle's point. And then Rachel had us do this really cool exercise where we like wrote our fears on a lantern and let them go, which is just a really cool like personal development opportunity. And again, something that I feel like you really don't do like in any point in life. It was super intimate. Like we all talked about it and read them out loud and like let our fears go into the wind, like literally and figuratively. But I feel like those are just personal growth opportunities that are so valuable. And like I know we're all into personal development and listening to podcasts, and if you're not, don't make me start down that tangent right now, but I can certainly give you the talk if you need it offline. But it's just so like to have an experience like that is so different than a podcast, and like something you can never get just talking on a screen. So yeah, it was really cool. I'm sure there was tons of other things that I'm missing. I mean, obviously the photographer was really cool and all of that, but yeah, it was really fun.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
Rachel's done too, and so like she's done a full catered meal, and there's a lot of different ways different coaches do it, but I feel like our team's ready for it, and I feel like it's something that I want to do for us when we all commit to something really big that we've never done before but is totally possible. And that kind of leads me to the next slide I'm going to bring up. It kind of makes me want to like be sick a little bit because it is a stretch and it is scary, but at the same time, like if you don't put your big scary hairy goals, like I tell you guys all the time, out, then what's the point? And these bonus things are cool, but you guys know I say it all the time, like my joy is helping you realize your potential with your team. And I really am going to hone that in for the next 365 days that yes, we are Team Glow Diggers. Yes, like, okay, maybe I started the team name, but like it is a we thing, this next thing we're going to talk about. And it takes every single person in the downline to want to be a part of it. And I hope it fires you up because it is scary, but I think we're ready to go for it. So, team bonuses that I'm going to throw out there. And you guys are going to decide what you want to go for together. Not me. I have not no say, but I want it to be led by our team. So things I came up with, and we can totally change them or adjust them, is the first option. Become a 5-star diamond qualifying team by Super Saturday, essentially. So a month from now, 5 people on our team would decide to go diamond together and hold that qualification for 6 weeks. So for new coaches, when you hit diamond, you have to hold it for 6 weeks to help your team essentially push to the next rank level. And I think that we've come so damn close to it before. Like, why not? Like, we have Shanti coming up. We have that launch. We're going to start hyping Transform 20 super hard. Like, why not? The second thing I came up with is 5-star by that February 14th date. And the reason that I'm putting these dates where they are, guys, just so you know, is because they go around different incentives with Beachbody and corporate that our team will get access to when we hit these goals. So like, it's totally about y'all and not about me whatsoever. And then the last one that I don't know, said in passing, but like maybe never said out loud, is why not 10-star? Like, why not? It's 10 people on this team going diamond. That's it. It's really not hard. And it's by that Valentine's Day date. So that to me would be like, your retreat is totally paid for on my dime if we all go 10-star. So I wanted to break down what that looks like visually for new coaches, because I know you guys are like, what the heck are you talking about with diamond? I don't know what that looks like. Let me just break it down for you. So when you're an active coach, so Kate just signed up this week. She is the little blue active coach. She's got her Shakeology. She is on point with that, and she's ready to rock and roll. And there's no reason you can't hit Emerald by tomorrow, which is the next level that you see there, because you can sign up your spouse and you can sign up your mom, your best friend, your sister, whoever, and go Emerald in 24 hours. That's your goal. So that's my challenge to you. Hit Emerald and Alicia in 24 hours, and we'll talk about that. Now, most people don't hit Ruby because you need 2 Emeralds under you. So you need 2 people that have 2 people under them, just like you guys can see. We basically take the 2 green there. They go right to Diamond because it is easier to get, challengers signed up as discount coaches and then create your Emeralds after that. But that's it. Diamond, 12 people, easy. So what I want you to do, if you're not driving right now, is take out a piece of paper, and I want you to make your bubbles for diamond. So 3 on the left, 3 on the right. You all better be doing it. You can't skip out. And then you're gonna do 2 bubbles for emerald that have 2 lines off of each one. Does that make sense? So like 4 bubbles on each side, and 2 of the bubbles, 1 on each side, have 2 lines off of them. And you're going to start brain dumping. Like, who are those people going to be? And I want you guys to really think about that and just start putting names in there. Your mom, your dad. Like, you can go diamond with your family if you really wanted to. But what I'm about to talk to you about is going to hopefully shift your mindset towards diamond. Y'all got your diamond papers? I know I'm going fast.
Danielle, you're breaking up a lot. I think we didn't really hear what you just said.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. It might have just been me.
That's okay. So get your diamond paper, make your bubbles. So you'll have 4 bubbles on each side, and 2 of the bubbles will have 2 lines off of them. So an emerald on each side, and then 3 bubbles on each side. And this is going to be your visual. Every time you sign somebody up, they're going to go on that bubble, and you're going to screenshot it in your message pod until you fill it up to diamond. So I'm going to talk to you for a hot second on why, because this stuff fires me up, why we push building a team. And I'm going to come to you with diamond from a different perspective tonight. Because yeah, these numbers are like, whoa, what? But I don't want you guys to go to diamond with challengers. Because here's what happens when you sign up just discount coaches. They buy their Shakeology and then they skip it for 3 or 4 months, and then they go inactive, and then you're like, oh, I'm trying to push for diamond and you're not active. What the heck? And so when you look at these numbers, this is weekly team cycle bonus for each rank of the business up to 5-star diamond. So you can see as a diamond coach, you have the potential to make $2,000 a week. I don't make that, but that's the potential that you sit on. Okay. So as a diamond coach, you have the potential to make 6 figures a year. Pretty wild when you think about it. But there's a difference on how you want to build. And as we think about this Disney retreat and pushing for big goals, yes, I want you to help discount coaches. Yes, I want your customers to upgrade to get 25% off. But I also want you guys to be freaking bold about the business opportunity, especially through the holidays. Not in a salesy way, not in buy my product, in a way that's focused on community, that's focused on friendship, and everything that we love about why are you guys here tonight, right? You're here because you freaking are friends first. But you're also willing to work for something because you know, yeah, there's freaking money involved, but that money is based on the impact that you make in the people's lives that you help that are on your team. And so I went to my good friend, Keith Callahan, and I looked up, like, there's 2 different scenarios in a Beachbody business. There's somebody that signs up all these discount coaches, all these people that say they want the discount, they want to do 21-day fix, they want to do Shakeology, and then they yo-yo. They go back in and out. Oh, maybe I'll show up on a morning workout. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get energized this month. Maybe I won't. And then what happens? Your income's inconsistent because those people are inconsistent. I want this for you, for all of you. Because I know all of you somewhere, even if money is not an issue, there's something you can give back to more with this impact that you're making. There's something in your life that you could do more of with this. Like, nobody can doubt that on this call, right? There's the potential to stay home with your future kids. There's more vacations for your family. There's, paying for a wedding or paying off student loan debt. All those things are stresses in our life. But this is how I want us to build it from now on in this team. With a team focus. It's easy to look at diamond and star diamond and 5-star diamond as, ooh, Beachbody recognition, walking the stage, looks awesome, like Summit's gonna be great. But what Keith says, and I'm gonna read it to you because I want you to really hear it. The number 1 aspect I focused on, and what you also wanna focus on, is duplication. Duplication is achieved by teaching your coaches to sponsor other working coaches and not just discount coaches. In this scenario, you sign up and focus on bringing in and training other coaches. You start building your business the same way that the coach in the previous example does. So like the previous example was just signing up discount coaches by bringing in a group of coaches, 5 of them who are going to work the business. So when you think about those 12 on your diamond thing, who's your 5? Who's going to be the 5 people that you can count on to frigging rock this over the next 2 to 3 months? The next step where the big difference is With the new coaches, your focus is on teaching them how to bring other working coaches rather than discount coaches. And that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight, because I knew there was going to be new coaches on here. That process is repeated, teaching the third level of coaches to bring in other working coaches. The result from this difference in approach is building a team of coaches who duplicate your actions under you, aka hitting Success Club, building income, building a team, building a community, having bomb freaking challenge groups, like all the things that we love about this team, right? This leads to your growth at an exponential rate because it elevates you guys to a leadership level. And it's not about me, it's about you and your coaches and your team. Maximizing the compensation plan that we just talked about. All you did differently in these two scenarios where challengers and basically working coaches is you delayed your gratification for rank and amassed a team of duplicating coaches under you. And what he says is, after 3 years of developing my business this way, I had become a 5-star diamond coach who was making the maximum $7,000 a week in team cycle bonus. So that's not selling challenge packs. That's not selling anything. I hate the word sell, but you basically had nobody buy anything from you. It's just your team buying products over month after month after month. He maxed out his bonus with over 8,000 coaches in his downline. He could have easily pushed to 10-star diamond or 15-star diamond and made less money, but why would you do that? Which route do you prefer? $500 a week and a weak team and inconsistent active coaches and wondering if, am I going to hold diamond this week? Am I going to help my team hit the next star diamond level and getting that recognition for that week? Or $7,000 a week with a team of 8,000 coaches and a safe and secure and sustainable income, which sounds wild, okay? I understand. Right now, when you're just at step one, you're like, whoa. But guys, this coach, I know him. He's a real person. He is legit. And he is basically my great-grandfather coach when you think about your family tree. So he's not that far off. And he knows his ish. And if you looked at him, you'd be like, he's not a Beachbody coach. Like, how does he know this? No, he knows business. So that's why I'm coming to you from this different mindset. So why wouldn't everyone follow the second plan when it clearly brings more income into your pocket, helps a lot more people indirectly? Because when you think about it, I can put a post up tonight and even get 100 likes, which I rarely do. But imagine if all, 6 of us on here put a post up tonight? That would reach 600 people if we all posted, right? It's the same idea. You're going to build a sustainable business based on the impact and the massive amount of people you can help because you have a team and a tribe that are focused on the same vision of empowering and inspiring other women to embrace their inner glow. And so most people focus on ranking recognition, which I've been totally guilty of. But if you can delay about you and focus more about them and empowering them and building them up and getting them results, all the things we just talked about will happen naturally. And it's still going to take a focus and a drive and hard work. But y'all, where do you want to go? So I don't know if that fired you up or spoke to you, or I had to get real a little bit tonight and say, why not, guys? Why not? And I play this game in my head a lot, okay, what isn't working? And it always goes back to basics. Empowering myself, growing myself, and sharing that, and then empowering you guys and helping you grow and sharing that. And that brings these things that are possible. So I wanted to open the floor up. I know we've been 40 minutes, maybe for 5 more minutes, and ask you guys, what do you want? Does this scare you? Does this freaking pump you up? Enough of me talking.
I'll start for a couple things because I have a few thoughts on Keith's. First of all, I second Danielle's thought that Keith is a real human. And I think for me, and I have been there recently. You all saw my business explode earlier this year and then died when my life happened this summer. And it is like if you are right now, you're new and you're like, I don't have any coaches. I don't know how to develop coaches. Like, I don't know how to duplicate. Don't worry about that. Because if there's one thing we have on this team and one thing Danielle freaking rocks at, and that like is my thing, so I will share with all of y'all, is like, we have all the resources and all the things that you need to do this. And so it's not about like you having to know how to do it yourself, right? All it is you having to change your mindset about what you want out of this. And I'm so guilty, right? Because as Danielle was talking earlier, like, what's holding you back from 1 star this month? For me, it's like, I don't really have to do it this month. I can do it next month. I could do it in January with the launch. Like, that would be really easy, actually. It would be way easier for me to do this in January than it would to do it now. And so I think, like, if that's what's holding you back is, like, I don't know how, then don't even worry about that. The how is the easy part. Danielle has more training and pretty slides than anyone could ever consume. So, like, that's taken care of. But you have to be able to speak to people about why this excites you. And that's a personal development thing. And so if you couldn't, like, if you went to Thanksgiving next week with your family and someone said, hey, like, what's this thing you're doing? I think I'm interested. And you couldn't be like, oh my God, let me tell you about it. It's freaking awesome. I have this team and I have, like, if you can't do that, that's in here. And that's like a personal development thing that we need to help you with. And the reason I bring that up is because that changes how we reach these goals together. If it's hey, I need accountability to message all these people every day and do my power hour, that's a different way. Like, that's a different part of the plan and a different path that we need to take as a team to get to these goals. Or do we need to focus on the personal development side and get all of y'all in the mindset that this is where we're going as a team, because you already know how to do that? Does that make sense? Like, and I think that's an important thing that we need to be honest with ourselves about and figure out, because we all know how to send the messages. We all know how to talk to people. I mean, Kate and Alicia, you guys are new, but I'm sure you're crushing it early. But like, for Katie and Jillian and Bree and anyone else who'd watch this call after the fact, like, y'all know that. You know how to have conversation. You just have to bring the fire to the conversation and bring the energy to what you share to do it. And like, y'all also know that I'm telling you this right now because I need to drink my own Kool-Aid. And when I get to preacher mode, I end up doing what I say. So I had to like get it out for myself. So thanks for letting me get that out for myself, but I hope it also helped you. But I, like, as we talk about what these goals are for our team, I think that's something that we should all consider, because it changes how we get there. Okay, I'm done. And sorry for the really loud noise in the back. It's my dog chewing on a bone.
Dogs are welcome. Jill, I'm calling you out. What do you think? What's going through your mind?
Can you hear me? My speakers have been off. It makes me very excited, but I'm also like intimidated at the same time. So I'm trying to like balance out the obstacles that I have with like everything that we're talking about is still going through my head right now. Well, like, oh, I want to talk to these people, but they're going to be busy around Thanksgiving because I'm busy around Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to revamp myself and get myself more excited and start looking at the positive things instead of like being intimidated.
Okay, so what is going to help you with that?
I think I personally need to get more organized and more consistent. Like I have a morning routine, but I have a routine for like myself. I don't really have a routine for reaching out to people. And if I can start getting on that again, I think it wouldn't be as a big deal to message 10 people if I really did it every day, as much as I think it is.
Yeah, I was totally thinking of like doing a miracle morning in the sense of like just stay on the live workout link and do your 20 to 30 minutes of work and work after your workout. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something we can talk about. Bree, what are you thinking, my friend?
I think the biggest thing for me is just getting out of my own way. I think I have so many little things that I feel like I need to work on that overwhelm just sets in. And I need to focus on doing like one or two things 100% instead of trying to do everything at 50%. I think just the consistency and the results in my own journey have really held me back. And I feel like a broken record, like constantly saying that's what I need to focus on. And I keep saying, you know, when this project ends, that's when I'll get into my routine. But it's like, I can't always wait until, you know, the next big deadline to start implementing new routines now. I mean, there's really no excuse for that except for myself. And I think just kind of implementing those and using the team more to hold myself accountable is, I think, what I need to plug into more. Because, you know, aside from Monday nights when I do my announcements at the beginning, I'm usually pretty quiet in the message pods and in the team page during the week. So I just need to find a way to plug into that more.
What do you guys have advice for Bree? I've talked enough tonight.
Okay, I will say that, and sorry, I'm talking again. I said I was done. We did last week. We started the power half hours. We did one on Tuesday and one on Thursday, and I did both. And I was 10 minutes late to the Thursday one because it was at 6:30 in the morning. That's not my jam. But that helps, you guys. Like, I did more work in 30 minutes than I ever do by myself. And it was purely because Danielle had on music and was like, okay, go. Okay, go. Okay, go. Like, if I worked like that every single day for 30 minutes, like, my business would explode because I never, like, I would do more and I would do it faster and I would do it probably better. So, like, I think if you haven't tried that, or the times are bad for you, or, like, again, whatever your excuse is, let's all agree, or, you know, let's try to figure it out. Like, Bree, what time works for you? I'll get on with you and do that. Or, like, Jillian, if in the morning works, like, to stay on the workout, like, let's figure out what those times are. And I've said a few times, like, for me during the week, like, right at 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, and even 9 and 9:30 during the week, I'm doing nothing. Like, now I'm watching Hallmark Christmas movies, and, like, that's a waste of time. So if, like, for 30 minutes I got on with you guys, like, I would be more than willing to make that commitment, like, every day even, because that's what's gonna do it. Or if it's 6:30 to 7 in the morning, I'll try to be better. But, like, those are the types of things that, like, I think we need to, like, commit to real accountability to each other, not like, oh, I'm gonna send a message in the message pod, because that's fine. But, like, you can say anything on a message pod. I mean, right? Like, anyone can, like, be a heart emoji and be like, oh, I did my power hour. I mean, just saying.
So
We've all done it, okay? Let's not act like we all haven't done it.
So here's my thing. There was a national wake up call. I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. When you guys want to work, or you want to figure something out, even for new coaches, just post on the team page and say, hey guys, is anybody around for 30 minutes? Can we hop on Zoom and do a hustle half hour? And let's start that culture, even if it's every day, even if it's just somebody on this call is popping in there. You guys know Katie will call you out. Like, if she's been calling me out the past week because I have been, like, so crazy busy. But if you tell her, hey, can you hold me to, like, 6 a.m. workouts? Like, she's going to freaking do it. And she's going to call you out every day you do not show up. Let's create that culture with helping people. And when we talk about hustle hour for Kate and Alicia, it means we're sending messages. We're creating connections on Instagram stories or Facebook. We're adding new people to our network. We'll teach you guys as you go through your new coach training how to do that. But it's 30 minutes of work time, because this is a business, right? And you can't build it without talking to people. So let's start that culture in our team page. Don't wait for me to say, hey, this time works for me. Let's do it. Like, if Liz is going to get on, or Jill's going to get on, or anybody on this call, let's start posting in the team page and saying, hey, let's do a hustle half hour. Who's up? because that it's like you just need that spark, and then the fire starts burning and everybody wants to be a part of it, you know. Katie, you got any closing thoughts? A text chain. I think that's the message pods. Go for it. You're unmuted.
Yeah, the reason I said the text chain is we talked forever ago about taking the notifications off for the message pods and those types of things, which I've done. So I am completely, if we throw it up in Facebook, in Glow Diggers, or if we're putting it in the message pod, if you have those notifications off, you're going to completely miss it. Whereas, obviously I've got my text ones on. So I don't know if anybody would be up for that.
I think it's just like checking in the team page once a day and seeing what works. We have the 2 times set up now, so for sure those are there. But yeah, let's talk about it in the message pods and see what would work best for y'all. I think for new coaches, get through your new coach training as fast as y'all can. That's my thing to y'all. And then you can start plugging into these things. But when we think about, okay, we have this big goal now, right? Like April, May, this is our big focus. But all you guys need to focus on is winning tomorrow. So like, what does that look like for you? What is going to be different tomorrow to start setting you on this path to getting to Disney, to helping the team get to XYZ? And I don't want it to come from me. I want y'all to be in the team page saying, hey, I was on the team call. Like, this fired me up. I want our team to get on board. Like, how can we do this better? And start those conversations, or get on live, or reach out to somebody who's not here and say, hey, what's going on? You need to watch this call. Like, let's talk about where you are and where you want to go. And I want ideas on how we can do this better too, because I just know that there's so many amazing women on our team, and y'all have so much to give. And these ranks and stuff, they're just Beachbody saying, woohoo, like your team got to this point. But to me, it's like showing that we can help a lot of people. And y'all can help way more people than I can myself, like all of us together. And that's the stuff that just fires me up. Go ahead, Katie.
I'm going to call out all of you because none of you have been doing the Glow Olympics post. Liz,
Do you need someone to do them now?
No, nobody's posting to them. They're all up. I've got them literally scheduled for December. It's just nobody's putting commenting on them and doing the actions with them.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I'm going to do mine right now. So, okay, can we just talk about that for a second, though? Because do you want it to be in the app, or do you want it to be in the hub? Or do you want both? Because I think that was a little bit confusing.
Well, number one with them all is putting everything in the app. Then
I've done that. I'm up to date on the app. Okay.
The second one is the quote for your personal development from the day. Okay. And then the third one is changes per day.
Okay, so it's in the hub and in the app that you're wanting people to do.
Yes.
Sold.
Okay, maybe this is hold on, time out. Maybe this is a better question for Kate and Alicia since they're newer. So just to give you guys a background, and I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know we're almost an hour. If you guys have to pop off, you totally can. We're trying to figure out how to best serve our community and get people to participate. And what we find this time of year is a lot of people fall off. But I also know that a lot of people are getting back on and wanting to get on. So we're trying to balance checking in with the app, because I know that there's like a solid group of people that love checking in their workout and their Shakeology in the app, but then also creating more engagement in the hub and a place where people are interacting. So if you guys have ideas on that, yeah, go for it, Jill. Totally get it. Put it in the message pod if you guys have ideas. How about let's take the conversation there and chat more about this, because I think it's something that's evolving and we'd love feedback on. Because you have to change and evolve and grow, and sometimes things work and sometimes they don't, and you just keep moving and do it. But yes, I so appreciate Katie doing that work, because I know it is a lot, and we'll figure it out. We'll get it. All right. So let's take the conversations to our message pods and think a little bit more on this. But my challenge to you guys is to get on the message pod and commit to your goal for November and share it. And then call the rest of your message pod out and say, okay, guys, what do you want this month? So that it's from y'all and it's not from me. Deal? Cool? Thank you for being here. I can't wait to connect with y'all more one-on-one and really talk about the game plan for Disney, because every single one of you can be there and you can earn your way. So I hope you have an amazing, amazing week, and I'll chat with you guys on the Hustle Hour tomorrow night. All right?